Did you know that kids today are less resilient than ever before? In fact, a study from the American Psychological Association found that 1 in 3 children feel overwhelmed by stress. And it's not just about school pressure. The rise of social media, constant comparison, and a lack of coping skills are making it harder for kids to handle life's challenges. But here's the good news: you can change that. You can raise a resilient child who knows how to bounce back from setbacks, think on their feet, and keep going even when things get tough. The secret? It's all about building their inner strength from a young age. And the best part is, you don't need to be a parenting expert to get started. In this video, you'll learn 6 practical steps to help your child develop the resilience they need to thrive. From handling stress without losing their cool, to embracing failure as a learning opportunity, these simple strategies will set your child up for success, today, and for years to come. Stick around, because the first step to raising resilient kids starts right now. Chapter 1. Mind over Meltdown. The power of calm in chaos. Resilience begins at home, and the first step is teaching your kids how to stay calm under pressure. Children are like emotional sponges, soaking up the reactions of the adults around them. When you stay calm during a crisis, your child learns how to manage their own emotions. The goal is to show them that even in stressful situations, they have control. Psychologist Dr. Daniel Goleman, author of Emotional Intelligence, explains that children learn emotional regulation by observing their parents. When you lose your cool, it signals to your child that panic is a natural response. But if you remain steady, it teaches them that difficult situations are manageable. One study by the University of California found that children who observed calm reactions from their parents were better equipped to handle stressful events. They showed lower levels of anxiety and were more likely to problem solve rather than act impulsively. How can you stay calm in the middle of chaos? Start by taking a deep breath before responding. This simple action signals your brain to pause, giving you a moment to think. Try saying, "Let's figure this out together," instead of reacting in frustration. You're not just calming yourself, you're showing your child a healthy way to approach challenges. Another effective strategy is to validate their emotions. When your child is upset, acknowledge how they feel, even if it seems trivial. Saying things like, "I understand you're frustrated, but let's take a breath," helps your child feel heard. This creates a safe space for them to learn self-regulation. Remember, staying calm doesn't mean suppressing your emotions. It means modeling how to express them in healthy ways. Over time, your child will internalize this approach and apply it to their own reactions. If you found this chapter helpful, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and stay tuned for the next step in building your child's resilience. Chapter 2. The Grit Formula. Failing forward with purpose. Resilience isn't just about bouncing back, it's about embracing the lessons in failure. The key to teaching your child this is by showing them that failure is not something to fear but a tool for growth. As Angela Duckworth, author of Grit, puts it, grit is passion and perseverance for very long-term goals. Teaching kids to persevere when things go wrong is essential for building lasting resilience. One of the best ways to teach resilience is by allowing your child to fail. It sounds counterintuitive, but failure is a powerful teacher. When they fail and are encouraged to try again, they build the perseverance to keep going. For example, instead of rushing in to fix their mistakes, guide them through the process of figuring out what went wrong. Ask questions like, "What do you think you could do differently next time?" In a study conducted by Stanford University, students who were praised for their effort rather than their intelligence performed better in the long run. The researchers found that kids who focused on effort rather than innate talent developed a growth mindset, which is essential for bouncing back after setbacks. You can also reinforce the idea that failure is not permanent. When your child fails at something, help them see the bigger picture. "You didn't succeed this time, but that doesn't mean you can't next time," is a simple yet powerful message. One important fact to remember is that resilience is cultivated through experience, not avoidance. The more your child faces challenges head-on, the stronger their ability to cope becomes. So, next time your child faces a setback, resist the urge to intervene immediately. Instead, let them struggle and learn, knowing that you're fostering their resilience in the process. If you want more tips on how to nurture your child's perseverance, be sure to subscribe and don't miss the next chapter on how to supercharge their problem-solving skills. Chapter 3. Supercharge their problem-solving. Let kids lead. The next step in raising resilient kids is teaching them to be independent thinkers. Problem-solving is a skill that doesn't come naturally, it needs to be nurtured. Studies show that children who actively solve their own problems are more likely to develop strong coping skills. By letting your child take the lead in finding solutions, you're building their confidence and resilience at the same time. Start by giving them age-appropriate challenges that require them to think critically. For example, instead of solving every conflict with their sibling, ask them, "What do you think would help in this situation?" This simple question encourages them to come up with their own solution. It might take a few tries, but over time, they'll learn to approach problems from different angles. One powerful strategy is the think aloud technique. When faced with a problem, verbalize your thought process. For instance, if you're trying to figure out how to organize their toys, say something like, "Let's start by sorting the toys into categories, then we'll figure out where to put them." This shows your child that problem solving is a process and it's okay to take it step by step. Research by the American Psychological Association suggests that children who feel empowered to make decisions have higher self-esteem. They are more likely to approach future problems with a can-do attitude and less likely to give up when things get tough. It's also important to let them experience the consequences of their decisions. If they decide to leave their homework until the last minute and fail to finish it, let them feel the natural consequence of not being prepared. This doesn't mean punishing them, it's about showing them that every action has a reaction, and taking responsibility for their choices is part of growing up. If you're finding these tips helpful, don't forget to subscribe and stay tuned for the next chapter on building resilience through play. Chapter 4. The Resilience Toolkit. Building strength through play. Play is often seen as just fun, but it's also a powerful tool for building resilience. When kids engage in play, especially unstructured play, they learn how to navigate challenges, solve problems, and regulate their emotions. This is why experts like Dr. Stuart Brown, founder of the National Institute for Play, argue that play is essential for healthy development. In a study published by the American Academy of Pediatrics, children who had more opportunities for free play showed better social and emotional resilience. This is because play allows them to experiment with different roles, situations, and solutions in a safe environment. For example, playing a game of pretend where they lose a toy can teach them how to manage disappointment. One of the best strategies for fostering resilience through play is to encourage your child to take the lead. Allow them to create their own games, make up rules, and adjust when things don't go as planned. This kind of problem-solving builds confidence and helps kids understand that they can take charge in difficult situations. Additionally, team sports or group games can teach kids the value of cooperation, sharing, and dealing with setbacks. Research from the University of Illinois shows that children who participate in team sports develop better coping strategies for handling adversity, both on and off the field. When you watch your child play, don't just be a spectator, engage with them. You don't need to be an expert at the game, simply joining in shows your child that challenges can be fun and rewarding. It also strengthens the bond between you, which helps boost their emotional resilience. Finally, don't forget the importance of outdoor play. Studies have shown that children who spend time outside are less anxious and more confident. Whether it's climbing trees, running, or building forts, nature offers a natural setting for kids to test their physical and mental limits. Chapter 5. Gratitude plus grit equals resilience. A recipe for success. Gratitude and grit are two key ingredients in the recipe for raising resilient kids. While grit focuses on perseverance and passion, gratitude enhances emotional resilience by helping kids focus on what they have, not what they lack. When combined, these two qualities create a powerful foundation for resilience. Psychologist Dr. Robert Emmons, one of the leading researchers on gratitude, has found that practicing gratitude improves mental well-being and emotional health. In fact, children who regularly express gratitude are less likely to feel entitled and more likely to cope effectively with difficult situations. For example, starting a gratitude journal at a young age can help kids shift their mindset from one of scarcity to one of abundance. To foster gratitude, start by modeling it yourself. Express thanks for the little things, a good meal, a helpful gesture, or a beautiful day. When your child sees you practicing gratitude, they will learn to do the same. You can also encourage them to write thank you notes or verbally express appreciation for everyday moments. Grit, on the other hand, is about sticking with something even when it gets tough. In Angela Duckworth's book Grit, she highlights that passion and perseverance are more important than talent in achieving long-term goals. This means that teaching kids to keep going when they face difficulties is essential for building resilience. One way to teach grit is to celebrate effort, not just success. When your child struggles with a task, remind them of how far they've come, rather than just focusing on the outcome. For example, "I saw how hard you worked on that project. Keep going, you're doing great." Combining gratitude and grit makes resilience stronger because it shifts the focus from problems to solutions. Kids who are both thankful for what they have and willing to push through challenges are better equipped to handle setbacks. Encourage your child to see challenges as opportunities to practice both perseverance and a positive outlook. Chapter 6. The Strength Within. Cultivating Self-Belief from the Inside Out. Self-belief is the cornerstone of resilience. When a child believes in their abilities, they are more likely to persevere through tough times and approach challenges with confidence. The good news is, you can actively foster this belief by helping them develop a strong inner voice. One of the best ways to boost self-belief is to encourage positive self-talk. Dr. Carol Dweck, author of Mindset, explains that when children use encouraging phrases like, "I can do this," or "I'll keep trying," they build a growth mindset. This mindset is essential for resilience, as it helps children view setbacks as part of the learning process. A key strategy for fostering self-belief is to praise effort, not just the end result. When your child faces a challenge, celebrate their determination rather than the outcome. Saying things like, "I'm proud of how hard you worked on that," reinforces the idea that effort matters more than perfection. Another important practice is to give your child opportunities to succeed on their own. This could mean letting them figure out how to solve a problem without your immediate help. The more they experience success from their own actions, the more they believe in their ability to overcome challenges. It's also crucial to help them develop problem-solving skills. Encourage your child to think about different ways to tackle a challenge. Instead of providing the solution, ask questions like, "What do you think could help in this situation?" This empowers them to take ownership of their decisions and trust their abilities. Lastly, teach your child to embrace mistakes as learning opportunities. If they make a mistake, instead of focusing on the failure, guide them through what they learned from the experience. "Mistakes help us grow" is a simple message that will reinforce their belief that they can always improve. Building self-belief is an ongoing process. Every positive experience your child has will contribute to their growing sense of resilience. When they believe in themselves, they'll be better equipped to handle life's challenges with confidence and strength. If you've enjoyed these tips on building resilience in your child, don't forget to hit subscribe so you can continue learning how to raise a resilient, confident, and successful child. Thanks for watching.